Moi, mais là, tu vas pas prendre en photo, moi, putain. C'est le même dans Jurassic Park. Tu me vois là, c'est celui-là qui a joué dans Jurassic Park.
Francis style beach. Ouais. Sorry. Okay.
Oh là là, on fait le test.
On va te charger. Et pas sans table, les gars.
Ouais, mais parce que t'es toujours avec moi. Moi, je vous suivrai jusqu'à la mort.
Ah bah oui.
Et moi, vous me suivez même pas sur un mur. Encore pour un skate, et tu raillerais le mur. Ah bah oui, toi, c'est toi le surfeur.
Je vais faire ma grosse souris. Je vais mettre mon appareil photo en gros. Wouhou. Bah regarde, tu lis. Regarde, tu lis avec elle dans la page. On n'a pas les mêmes valeurs niveau appareil photo.
As the wind blows throughout the world, what you get are pretty much as they go inland, they start losing their humidity. So the wind gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And the further it goes inland, the hotter the wind gets, and that's what causes pretty much the deserts on a global scale. Now the reason for the desert here in Coahuila, the one that's about 30 or 40 minutes away, is this one right here. This is called the orographic shadow, or the orographic shadow effect. Now what ends up happening here is that wind from the sea hits against a couple mountains, like the mountain range you probably saw around Monterrey, and it'll pretty much strip the air of all of its humidity. The humidity will stay on one side, and you'll get a desert on the other side. On this side pretty much would be Saltillo, and on this side would pretty much be the rest of the state. Now there are also two very interesting types of deserts, which is the Desierto of Baja California and the Desierto of Atacama in Chile. What these are called foggy deserts. Now foggy deserts are unique because they are covered in fog 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. What ends up happening is that the winds are so strong in those particular places that the humidity never quite settles down. So what you get is pretty much dry deserts, but covered in fog most of the year. I went to the Desierto of Atacama this summer. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. If you ever get a chance to go to Chile. Now the desert is also a very unique wildlife. Tries to throw around, throw acid from its leaf, the other plants only this, or the nopal, which is very good. This is our paleontology lab right here. We get donations from pretty much everywhere in the world, and we study them. We study the fossils here. Pretty much try to put them together and identify which prehistoric creature it came from. Now most of the times it just turn out to be rocks, but we still get a lot of them. When you come to work here at the museum for your social service, you have pretty much two options. Either you clean rocks, like these poor people over here, or you get tour guides, like this poor person right here. So I chose to give tour guides because I don't like to clean rocks. But this is what they do every day. I think they're on a break right now. But what you do is you clean rocks every single day. Sometimes, like I said, they just end up being rocks. But most of the times, they really end up being a fossil. Now, something very important about fossils is that they don't belong to one nation. They're a patrimony of humanity. The Aztec god that is the feathered serpent. It's very apt if you think about it. It's a flying serpent and it's a flying reptile. ¿Cuál? Pescado. They could say it's like for, well, supposedly with the wingspan and the flex of the bone and the size of the body, supposedly they can stay airborne for about a week without having to land.
Cruise control.